gonna start with 7 Baby Steps by Dave Ramsey. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put the link below. Baby, it's free, so you don't need anything to get started. The 7 baby steps are, number 1, start an emergency fund. And this emergency fund is a $1,000 emergency fund. So I know sometimes we think we're too broke to start it. Just save $1,000. I was just talking to my friend about that today. When people are telling you like, oh, you're doing so good, I'm so proud of you, you're getting all these stuff done. And we have to remember that energy flows where attention goes. So with that being said, I am letting you in the behind the scenes of my life, of my goals, my deepest desires. So I hope that if you're watching this video, you're only sending me good vibes. Good vibes, okay? Hello beautifuls, my name is Giselle, co-host of the Strong Self-Love podcast and founder and CEO of the Create app, an app created specifically for content creators. So if you have a wedding, a baby shower, an event, and you need people to get content of you, you can go find local content creators on the app. I'm super excited for this project. The app should be launching at the end of this month in early 2025. I'm so shooketh, but I'm super excited. This is my little baby. So if you want to support, make sure you follow us on Instagram. But today, let's talk about planning for 2025 in detail. So if that's something that you're into and you want to get a heads up on, keep on watching. So every January 1st, millions of people gather together to write down their goals and their dreams. And exactly most of those, millions of people that have these big goals and big dreams for the year, March gets here and they don't even know what those goals and dreams are. And let alone the end of the year comes and they're like, oh my gosh, I have not made anything happen that was on my goals and dreams for the year. But 2025 is not going to be like that. 2025, we're gonna get our shit together. So grab a pen and paper so you and I can both write our goals and dreams down, specific, detailed, baby, detailed, so we can make them happen in 2025. By the way, I am huge in manifestation and visualizing the life that you want. So I'm all about the energies. So I know sometimes we shouldn't really tell people what we're doing and our goals and our dreams because people do have some bad energy, some bad voodoo, some bad juju, you know what I mean? So I do try not to share too much of my personal life with people, especially when things haven't happened yet, because they can kind of move things out of whack and just give unsolicited negative opinions, and we ain't got time for that. Baby, we ain't got time for negativity. Okay. Right now, I'm reading The Habits of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza, 20 out of 20, 20 out of 20. And I've only read the first 20 pages. But he talks about that everything is energy, especially us, including our thoughts. Our thoughts can truly change and really manifest into the physical world. So make sure that what we're thinking and what we're putting out there, you know, it's being reciprocated with positivity. Match my vibe. Is somebody gonna match my freak? But no, seriously. We have to remember that energy flows where attention goes. So with that being said, I am letting you in the behind the scenes of my life, of my goals, my deepest desires. So I hope that if you're watching this video, you're only sending me good vibes. Good vibes. Okay. But first of all, too many people wait till January 1st to get their shit together. I am a big believer that you should be starting to get ready for 2025 in the new year, baby, in December. Like late November, you should already be thinking like, what do I want to make happen? What are my goals and my dreams? How am I gonna do that? One of my favorite things is, baby, you're gonna get a planner. Right now, the Orange Circle Studios is my ultimate favorite planner ever. I love these planners because they're so big. I like my planner to be big, baby, because I got big dreams, okay? I got shit to do. I like big spaces. I don't really like it when it has like timed because your girl's from the islands, okay? I'm on island time. Shit's just gonna get done. I don't know when though. So I love that the spaces are just big and so many things to write. It also includes like individual calendars like this, so I can see my month at like a wide angle. But this right here, favorite planner. I usually write down all my events, things that I want to do, goals and dreams on a paper. And then I transfer it to my planner and start already filling out the days of vacation, the days that I want to do things, people's birthdays. So it's already in the planner and I don't have to worry about it when the year gets here. Now that you have your planner, next I focus on these top 6 things, which is gonna be solo dates, travel, which is my favorite, finances, personal goals, business, and my reading list. Because at the same time, you do want some spontaneity in your life. So you don't have to plan everything. So let's begin with the solo dates. I started this tradition last year. It was a 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20 recommend for you to do. Solo dates are all about getting yourself out of your comfort zone, trying new things, because our life, we get into a routine and we get stagnant, you know, like we want life to be exciting, full of new spectacular things. There's so much things to see. So last year I took myself on a solo date for the first time. So much fun at Ocean Prime. I tried their goat cheese ravioli, 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20. I went to my first pole dancing class. That was so much fun. I had a spa day in Puerto Rico. I also went to the candlelight concert for the first time. If you've never been, I totally recommend it. It was Beyonce theme and they had the violin, the cello. It was so emotional and just beautiful. It was like a full circle because last year I did that in January, and then in October I got to go see Beyonce live in concert. By the way, she sounds amazing. But for this year, I do have a mixture of solo dates and kind of like whoever wants to come, because my friends were like, hey, why are you doing all these cool things without me? I'm like, girl, calm down. I guess you can come, I guess. So for this year, I have a couple that are kind of rolling over from last year because I didn't accomplish them. So this year we're going to a weekend in Miami. We are going to Elephant Sanctuary in Mayaca. If you live here in Florida, you know. I'm so excited because they teach you all about the elephants and you get to like feed them and wash them and take care of them and just learn about like elephant education. And you know, all of these elephants are rescued elephants. And I love animals. So I'm super excited because I feel like, again, I already see it. I'm telling you, manifestation, I'm manifesting the shit out of my life. Because January, we're gonna go see these animals, these elephants, and then I'm going on a safari for my birthday. I'm getting ahead of myself. But I can't wait to see these animals in the wild, living their very best life. I'm also gonna go to a pottery class because I wanna do like clay. It always reminds me of Ghost. I wanna have my Ghost moment, okay? I wanna go to a gun range because I've never shot a gun before and I need to do that because baby, why not? I'm having a beach picnic. I haven't had a beach picnic in so long and that will probably be with friends, but maybe I'll do two and do one with myself too. I love me a good sunset, a good sunrise, a good walk on the beach, say less. Also, of course, I'm taking myself to dinner again to try new restaurants, new food. But if you live in Florida, Volcano Bay. I've never been to Volcano Bay since they opened. It's a water park, like, girl. I also want to go to a cooking class and I want to go to a guided meditation. A couple of years ago, I went to a Buddhist temple here where I live and it was amazing. So I would definitely love to do that again. Yes, solo dates are all about pouring into yourself and getting out of your comfort zone. So I truly hope that you guys do something and add it to your calendar, you know, plan it. Because my teacher would always say, those who fail to plan to fail. And baby, we ain't planning to fail over here. Okay. Another good solo date idea is to go create your own candle. I got to go to the candle pour in Tampa, Florida. This is my beautiful little candle. You get to create your own candle. So you mix your own essential oils and all that stuff. Baby, my candle smells like success. My candle, it smells like a 6'1" strong conquistador man. My candle smells like a sexy papacito. My candle, there's a lot of mahogany. There's a lot of oud. A little hint of vanilla. I did name this candle, This is 30. Because my husband's gonna find me. Hello, this year, it's it. This is it. My husband's gonna find me. Anywho, but I named this candle, This is 30, and I'm gonna light it up on my 30th birthday. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell this because this mahogany, baby, it smells like, I feel like this smells like Matthew McConaughey in that movie, How to Lose the Guy in 10 Days. 10 out of 10. So now that we finished that part, let's get into my favorite part of them all, baby. Travel. You have to plan your travel ahead of time. I'm telling you right now, if you do not plan your travel ahead of time, it usually does not happen. Okay, so I already have the places that I want to go. Like this year we got to go to Carnival. It literally feels like years ago. It literally feels like last year. I usually plan my years 6 months. So the first beginning of the year and the last end of the year. And it's usually travel heavy in the beginning of the year and then travel heavy at the end of the year. And this year we got to go to Carnival. I had literally bought my ticket like 6 months in advance. We went to Carnival. We went to Dominican Republic. I got to take my grandma. It was amazing. What else? For my birthday, I got to go to St. Lucia. I've traveled to Austin, Texas a couple of times. Where else? I haven't done a lot of traveling this year because, you know, your girl just started a business. But, you know, just 3 places. Ugh, trash. And even though I was laughing about that, when I sat down to write these goals, I had so many places I want to go. I want to go to Brazil again because I want to go to Carnival again. I want to go to Hawaii. I want to go to Spain, Portugal, all these places. And today, mind you, I just got out of work a couple hours ago. I was at work. And if you know Dick Vitale, he was like this famous speaker, sports announcer. And he goes to my restaurant all the time, the restaurant that I work. And I've known him for years now. And he knew me when I was in school as a pre-med and I graduated from my bachelor's. And today he pulled me aside and he was like, hey, Giselle, are you still going to become a doctor? And I was like, no, like I think that's not the route that I'm going to take. And he's like, well, you got to figure something out. Because next thing you know, you're going to be stuck here for a long time. And you are better than this. You are smarter than this. You are capable more than this. He literally was like, you do this in your sleep. You need to be pushing yourself. You need to get out of your comfort zone. And then I was telling him about the business that I'm starting. He's like, good. Be your own boss. Make your own rules. Make your own path. And I was like, at first I was like, Dick, why you gotta remind me? Like, I already know I'm too good for this place. And when I say too good for this place, I don't mean it as in like, oh my gosh, as a server. Like, no, I think everything has its time. And my time has been up. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't want to. You know what I mean? It's time. I've been doing this for like 10 years. I know personally that I am meant for greatness. So the other day I was watching this video and it basically said this. It was this girl talking about her childhood and how when she was in school, there was a test that everybody failed and she got an 80 or a B in the test. And she brought it home and her mom was like, yeah, this is not good enough. And she couldn't understand it at that moment because she was like, Mom, like everybody else failed. Like I got a B. Like I did it better than everybody else. And her mother was like, but you are not like anybody else. You're an A student. So a B is not good enough for you. And that is exactly how I feel when it comes to just not saying being a server. That's just exactly how I feel. Like it's not good enough for you. I was just talking to my friend about that today. When people are telling you like, oh, you're doing so good, I'm so proud of you, you're getting all this stuff done. And people say that to me all the time, you know, like, oh my gosh, you have a podcast, you have a YouTube channel, you work 2 jobs, you're starting a business. Wow, look at you, you do all these things, X, Y, and Z. And I'm just like, I know my capacity and I know that I'm not doing enough. I'm like at fucking 50% right now, you know? And when you talk to those same people, they will tell you like, you're doing great. You're doing great, sweetie. But you're not. Because you're built for more. Like her mom said, you are an A student. So stop comparing yourself to these people that are not at your same level, respectfully. You know? What's good for them is not good for you. So do better. Do more. So I was like, okay. Maybe I'm not going to go on all these 1,000,001 trips because my goals are to increase my business. My goal is to literally set myself up for life. Not only me, but my family and the generations after that. My goal is to create the best fucking app there is. My goal is to get out of debt. My goal is to be financially independent, financial freedom. My goal for 2025 is abundance. My goal for 2025 involves more than whatever this year was. And I'm not saying 2024 was bad for me, you know? It was a lot of growth. And I feel like all of the things that I've learned, all the seeds that I've been planting for the last couple of years, they're going to fucking burst in 2025. And that's going to require discipline. That's going to require excellence from me. I'm literally at 50% right now and I need to be giving it 100. So when it comes to traveling, I'm still, you know me, sprinkle. So next year we are going to a Miami weekend. I don't really count these little trips as trips, okay? But we are going to have a Miami weekend for my friend Tamara's 30th birthday. So shout out to Tamara. I'm so happy for her. And she is actually going to St. Lucia. So I know she's gonna fucking love it. Then February, we're going to Puerto Rico for a weekend to celebrate my cousin Maribel's birthday. Shout out to Maribel. We're gonna rent a car. We're gonna go to La Placita. We're gonna shake some ass. Okay? Un perreo intenso. And I'm so excited for it. March, I was going to go to Hawaii, but I don't know. Not too much on your girl. I don't know. So I might skip that. Still on the cards. We'll see what the Lord has for us. But then in May, this is a definitely hell yes we're doing. We are going to Europe and we're gonna go see my cousin Maribel's friend Laura. It's gonna be another perreo intenso, and we're gonna go to Mallorca, we're gonna go to Ibiza, we're gonna go to Barcelona, we're gonna go to Portugal, Lisboa. I'm so excited for that because I've been to Spain before, but I've never been to Portugal. And it's gonna be my cousin's first like real international trip because she's never been to Europe. So I'm super excited for that. Of course, the summer baby. I really hope after Trump takes over, like there's a ceasefire and you know, everything in the Middle East calms the hell down because we ain't got time for World War III. And we can go to Lebanon. You guys know from the freaking vlogs that I did last year? Yeah, last year. Damn, last year. Yes, last year in freaking May, I was in Lebanon, 10 out of 10, 20 out of 20. So we definitely, as soon as they hit that ceasefire button, baby, my bags are packed. And we are going to Lebanon. We're going to make it like a whole thing. So we're going to go to Cyprus. We're going to go to Turkey, Greece, you name it, you know, just a little. And then after that, the other big trip that I have, of course, is my 30th birthday. Your girl's getting old. Your girl's turning 30. 30. You know, you got 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes. But my goal, my dream has always been to celebrate it in a safari. So your girl's going to Tanzania and we're going to Seychelles. We're going to Zanzibar. I'm gonna go see the giraffes, the lions. I'm going on a hot air balloon. I'm going on a safari. I'm going on with the little glasses. Bitch, your girl is out there. I'm already buying like cheetah print dresses because I need to match the vibe. I'm so excited. This has been a dream of mine. I want to see the Great Migration. Growing up with Animal Planet, babe, I just want to see it in person. I want to see it in person. And again, like I said with my solo date, I feel like that's like, you know, a pre-show of what's gonna happen when we go visit those elephants in Mayaka Park. So, in the elephant sanctuary. So, like I can picture it, I can see it, I'm manifesting, I'm visioning it. 10 out of 10. I'm so thankful and grateful. Like, ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Like, bitch. But yes, those are my travel plans for next year. I am so excited, and I'm already planning. You already know. I already booked my Puerto Rico flight. I'm already looking for my Europe flight. Like, I'm already looking for Tanzania flights. And mind you, I'm also moving to Austin, Texas, September. So there's a lot going on. So if you live in Austin, Texas, yo girl, let's hang. If you're cool people, okay? If I like your vibe, let's hang. If you're not cool people, don't talk to me. You know what? Exit out. Exit to the left. Okay, but now that we got all the fun stuff out of the way, let's get serious. Okay, let's talk finances because I feel like this is one of the most important things about 2025 in your whole life in general, because we're always thinking about the good old times and spending the money, but we need to be financial savvy, have financial literacy, be saving for the future while living your motherfucking best life now. So let's dig right in. I feel like if we're gonna talk about finances, we gotta start with, first of all, my first video on YouTube was a finance video about how I paid over $15,000 of credit card debt. And first of all, I could not have done it alone. I got to read so many books, including the book called The Secrets of a Millionaire's Mind. And at that time, I was really getting into Dave Ramsey and his 7 baby steps to get out of debt and financial freedom and financial literacy. So shout out to him. I remember I got 2 jobs. I was working at the hospital. I had a serving job, and I was like babysitting / like teaching people because COVID was going on and they needed someone to like help their kids with homework. So I was doing that on the side. And how can I fucking forget? I was working at Walmart. Your girl was hustling. That was the year that I made the most money. I paid off my car. I paid off all my debt. I saved over $40,000. It was 10 out of 10. Baby, that year was one of my best financial years ever. And mind you, if you're starting on your financial goal right now, or if you are restarting on it, like, baby, no shame in your game, okay? Like, because I'm restarting right now. I was in a car accident and my paid off car got totaled, so I had to buy a new car. And in that time, the economy was horrible. So I got this like used car for $40,000, you know, for a Camry. I was pissed. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I also started a business, the Create app. I'm super excited for it. But at the same time, creating an app, creating a business costs moolah, dinero. So I spent over 20 grand on that. So let's start at the beginning. How are we getting to this debt-free mindset and debt-free in our bank account as well? We're gonna start with 7 Baby Steps by Dave Ramsey. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put the link below. Baby, it's free, so you don't need anything to get started. The 7 baby steps are, number 1, start an emergency fund. And this emergency fund is a $1,000 emergency fund. So I know sometimes we think we're too broke to start it. Just save $1,000. And then number 2 is focus on debt. Okay, so after you have those $1,000 saved, I already have more than $1,000 saved in my emergency fund. So what I'm gonna do is start in baby step number 2, which is focus on debt, which I have some debt right now. After you finish paying off your debt, you're gonna focus on increasing and completing your emergency fund, which you want to have about 4 to 6 months of savings in your emergency fund. So let's say that you lose your job for 4 to 6 months, you should be able to afford all your living expenses without having to go to a credit card or get some money from someone else. So for me, my expenses are usually about $2,000 a month. So 2,000 times 6, that'll be $12,000 to have a complete emergency fund. Step number 4, save for retirement, which I have opened at S&P 500. And right now the S&P 500 is doing really good. So if you don't have one, I suggest you start. This is money you can take out whenever. It's not like a Roth IRA where you have to leave it there or you get penalized when you take it out too early. So I like that part of a S&P 500. So if you don't know where to start, I would start at the S&P 500. A dummy can do it. Step 5, you can skip this if you want. Save for a college fund for your kids in the future. Step number 6, pay off your house early. We don't gotta do 30-year freaking mortgages around here. And step number 7, build wealth, which is where we all are trying to be. We wanna have generational wealth. We wanna build wealth so we can live the very best life that we deserve. So when it comes to tackling debt, Dave Ramsey always says that we start with the smallest to the largest. So the first thing that we have to do is basically, what is our debt? I feel like too many people are scared to check their bank accounts. Too many people are scared to check their debt because sometimes it can be overwhelming. But if you never check, if you never look, and then it just continues to pile up to the point that you might even have to file for bankruptcy. So don't just ignore your finances. Learn to like freaking focus on them and be like, again, energy flows where energy goes. So focus on it so we can just get it done. I know it's gonna be hard, you know. I was eating like eggs and spinach for like months, you know, but it's okay. I promise you, it's all worth it at the end. And I'm telling you, not this for you, but also for myself, because I'm getting into that season again. 2025 is gonna be heavy on that working my ass off and not too much reward right away. But we need to learn to like have time for that reward. It doesn't have to be right away. So I am writing my debt down with you guys. I have started a business and creating the app has cost me over $20,000. Over $20,000. Plus taking the summer off to start the business. Plus being slow at work and only working one job. Plus my own personal things. I had to go to the dentist. I had to get 2 crowns, a root canal, like certain things that have been happening. So I have accumulated a nice amount of debt. A pretty chunk. And a lot of it is from my credit cards because I did use my credit card to start the business. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So I know when it comes to debt, it makes me anxious, but hold on, we're gonna get this under control like that, okay? So my smallest debt right now is Capital One credit card, which is at $5,700. My second smallest is my Wells Fargo credit card, which is at $9,137. My biggest, my monster, is the one that I started my business with, is my Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card, and is at a whopping $21,467. I know. I'm also adding my car loan in there, which is $15,590. And then I also have my student loans, which, hopefully they get rid of them. But it's only $5,000. So altogether, if we do the math, my debt right now, as we speak, is $56,655. And I know that sounds very scary when you look at it and you're like, how much money do you even make a year, babe? I think I make like 80,000 a year. And you're telling me, babe, but hold on, stay with me because we got this. We have a plan. So what you're supposed to do is tackle the smallest debt and pay everything else at a minimum. So all the other credit cards get minimum payments, and then the smallest ones get all your leftover money. That's why I got a second job. So my first job pays for my bills, and then my second job goes straight to debt until you finish paying the smallest one, and then you move on to the bigger one until you get to the biggest one, and then you put all your money into that one. My goal is to be debt-free in 2025. So while we look at my debt, you might be wondering like, girl, how? First of all, don't be asking too much how, because the universe will provide, okay? We don't know the how, we just know it's gonna happen. But we do need to have a plan, right? Because those who fail to plan to fail. So one of the plans is, one, I do have a lot of write-offs, because I do YouTube, I do podcasting. So a lot of the flights that I booked and all that stuff, and starting the business, those $20,000 plus that I have invested into this business, mind you, that is a write-off. Your girl is writing that in there, okay? Because I need some money back, okay? I need some money back. So I'm expecting some money back at the beginning of the year, which I'm using all of it for my credit cards. As well as what I just said, I started my second job. So all the money that I make from my second job, while I try to pick up as many shifts as I can, go to debt. And then my primary job pays for all of my bills. I also have the pleasure of having my app business as well as me being able to work in the business. So what do I mean by that? As a content creator, that means that I can go and get clients by myself while I'm building the app. So right now I am charging $200 for 2 hours to help small businesses go to an event for 2 hours, a public speaker, whatever, take content and pictures of them in that event, which is basically what my app is for, but you're gonna find locals in your area. So you can live in Tennessee, LA, wherever you want, and find local content creators. So if I'm charging $200 for 2 hours and I have 20 clients, 200 times 20 is $4,000. If I can do 20 clients in a week, I can make that happen. If I'm doing that every month, that is $16,000. $16,000 in 1 month. If I keep it up and I do it for 6 months, working hard, that can be 100 grand. So, between 4,000 and 100 grand that I can make in the next year if I dedicate myself to this and creating content. And mind you, I'm only starting with $200. I am increasing it to $500 to work with businesses and help them show up on social media. And of course, if I increase it to 500, I just need 20 clients to make 10 grand in a month. So your girl is gonna be working. I'm gonna be working my ass off. 2025 is the year that I will work the most I have ever worked in my life. I am gonna be so disciplined. And it starts right now. I just worked 70 hours last week. It starts right now. Next, let's talk about business. So the Create app is an app created specifically for content creators. So think Uber, but for content creators. It helps you find local content creators in your area for your wedding, photography or videography, if you can't afford a $5,000 videographer for an event that you're having, a baby shower, if you have a business, a restaurant, and you need content so you can show up on social media better, we got you. So you can find local content creators in your area through the app, making it easier for everybody to connect and everybody get what they need. Specifically, also real estate. Real estate people need content creators to help them, take pictures and videos of the homes that they're trying to sell. When the app launches, which is soon, this month or at the beginning of January, financial-wise, when it comes to the app, I do get a 25 commission or profit of whatever you make, just like Uber. So hey, just like Uber, but without you having to use your own gas, having to use your own car, having to pay for your own wear and tear, your tires, all this stuff is 25%, but just for creating content. So let's say that you are charging $100 an hour for an event and you were hired to work there for 1 hour, you would make $75 and I would make $25. But I facilitated the connection. Kind of like on Amazon, if you sell your books on Amazon, everybody knows if you sell your books on Amazon, it's like they take 50%, which is wild, but you get more exposure of your product. One of my goals for the first year of the app itself is to make $100,000 profit. $100,000 profit. That does not include like all the other money that other people are making, So that is my goal for the business, to be able to pay for those $20,000 that I did invest in the business and then reinvest the rest of the money that the business is making to the app so we can make it the best app out there, so we can go into promoting, getting more for the people and making the app better. Mind you, throughout all this, I'm still gonna be working 2 jobs, so I don't have to use the money that I'm getting on the app to pay for my living expenses. Like, I live a very minimalist life, as you can tell. Like, I really don't have a lot in my room. I have a desk, I have a bed, I have a mirror, and I have my computer and my gadgets. But besides that, that's it. Like, I live a very minimalist lifestyle because I'm not where I want to be. So why would I start buying shit for what? I'm not a millionaire yet. So, but as soon as I'm done paying off my debt, and then I'm gonna focus, of course, in investing into the business, as well as investing in general, like getting more into investment, getting a financial coach, like where to put my money, definitely adding more money into my S&P 500, learning about stocks and things like that, so I can diversify my portfolio and start saving for retirement, because your girl's trying to retire by 50. And when I say retire, I always say I want to retire now. But when I say I want to retire now, is I want to retire from doing the shit that I don't want to do. And I understand there's shit that we don't want to do, but still good for us, like go to the gym, like not that. I'm talking about the shit, like I'm tired of people. I'm tired of serving people. Like these people be having a fucking attitude and I ain't got time for that. This guy was coming for me for a fucking Diet Coke. I was like, I will be back with your Diet Coke. And he's like, well, you haven't brought it yet. I'm like, I said I will be back. Did you not hear me? You want to fight me over a Diet Coke? Are you crazy? It's literally, give me patience. God, give me patience. I'm working on it. Let me find it. But this is my 2025 financial goals in a nutshell. And I hope that you are also writing down your goals and take a look at that debt, man. Because I know we don't want to look at it, but it's what we need to do. We need to get uncomfortable. We need to get comfortable being uncomfortable so we can go through and bloom and get to the other side of where we're supposed to be. You don't want to be stuck for the rest of your life. You want to fucking flourish. And you deserve to flourish. So let's get it. Let's put in that work. But that is my 2025 financial plan in a nutshell. If you like this video, make sure that you like it. Comment below any of your goals for 2025 and watch the full video right over here somewhere. Ciao.